Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, March 12th, CPI day, in which I think every single point of the CPI was lower than expected and lower than forecasted. And that's positive for the overall trend that inflation was getting, with a bounce, with a persistent inflationary pressures, and the sentiment just changed. But we are seeing a complex interplay of factors, decidedly with negative sentiment overall. CPI is not only in focus. The tariffs, Trump tariffs, are also something that day after day, week after week, it's giving a lot of headaches to investors and geopolitical tensions. So these big concerns revolve around the potential full-blown trade war. The President Trump's commitment to tariffs on cars, coupled with limited flexibility on existing steel and aluminum tariffs, is triggering retaliatory measures from key trading partners. Canada, for instance, is set to impose substantial retaliatory tariffs on US goods in response to the steel and aluminum tariffs. We are also seeing ramblings of similar actions from the EU and other nations, raising the specter of a global trade conflict. So basically, CPI and CPI and super core, we have the CPI, we have the core CPI, we have the core super core CPI, which is the core CPI excluding shelter specifically. So everything was lower than expected, and basically everything I think it's pretty positive. And overall, we are seeing inflation getting under control, and the concern is not inflation anymore. The concern is what will happen with this geopolitical trade war that is, I think, exploding. Day after day, we are waking up in the morning thinking about, okay, what would come today in terms of tariffs? So now it's steel, aluminum, copper, maybe it's cars. There's a lot of things going on, and uncertainty for the markets, it's the worst thing that could happen, because even though the bad news are lowering the sentiment, what is happening is that no one knows what would happen tomorrow, and that's a market killer. Let's real quick see how the market is behaving, because we are seeing more volatility, we are seeing more spikes, and we are seeing some kind of a bounce. This is the second time that happened. Yesterday we got this V reversal. Today it's another V reversal. So I told you on Saturday that I think there's a bullish signal right now in this bullish fair value gap, with these low wicks, daily wick candles that look bullish, and we are basically in correction territory, minus 14% of pullback. I think some players are going to buy this dip, and with this CPI data, what I think is going to happen is that minimum catalyst that bulls were expecting finally happened. If we go to the 1 hour chart, we can see that we have the daily inverse fair value gap, and we have this 1 hour. There's a strong selling which is going right now, and we are in a pattern of holding, and this might be some bearish pattern that some people will play to the downside, but I think I need to see what would happen at this level, because if we bounce and manipulate to the downside and then spike, that would mean that these levels up here would turn to be liquidity, and there's a lot of them in this channel. This channel is just bearish after bearish after bearish pullback. So at some point, any big catalyst might turn the table here, and we might see again this magic number 20,000. If we go to the narrative time frame, the 15-minute, we are seeing this kind of V reversals. Today, another one. Look at the 1 minute because that is insane. Look at this was the CPI candle. So let me just frame that in. We looked to the downside and we are now trying to see what would happen. The Nasdaq is 1% in the green, something that it's really thankfully, thanks to Nvidia. Nvidia is just buying this dip. The people is just starting to buy this dip on tech. So what would happen? It will really depend on April the 2nd when some tariffs are starting officially. So it's just a matter of seeing price action. We are seeing some buyers. I think these are big players which they don't have stop losses. They just accumulate on these kind of setups, buying the dips. But I don't see strong signals in lower time frames to really see, okay, let's buy this dip as retails. That would happen down here. Let's see if we go there and what would happen there at 19,000. But today is a good day. CPI was good. That's a relief data. And that's, at the end of the day, that was something everyone was needed. Everyone was needing some kind of positive catalyst to just give a little bit of sentiment to the upside, and perhaps finishing the day 1%, it's pretty good because we had 14% in the red pullback since all-time highs, and that's pretty crazy. So that's all from my side. As always, thank you for your time. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel because I upload videos like this one mostly all the days from Monday through Friday for market forecast, market updates, and market recaps. I appreciate your time as always. The trading day is not over yet. CPI was good, but be careful because tariffs, Trump can just throw a tweet, throw a message in Truth Social and just destroy your position. So be really careful and remember that patience, discipline, and risk management are key for your success. Stay safe, everyone, and see you tomorrow.